It's time for the Giz Wiz with Naz Maddest Writer, Dickie D. This is episode 1797, recorded Thursday, September 17th, 2020. On the record. On this episode of the Giz Wiz, Dickie D buys a $100 box of crap for $25. Was it worth it? I have another mimic gadget and your videos and letters all next on the Giz Wiz.
It's the same dumb show with Dickie D and OMG chat on your PC. It's time for the Giz Wiz because gadgets are his business. They've got a gizmo sickness, geek disease, under pathology, rows and rows of USBs, glowing LEDs. Get ready for the Giz Wiz now.
And here he is, the tech technician, Dick D. Bartolo. How you doing, Dickie D?
I'm doing good, sir. And you?
Doing good myself. Doing very good.
Excellent.
I'm excited because last week we had a whole kerfluffle with getting this image. Who would have thought in 2020 it'd be difficult to get an image emailed, but believe me, it was. Google has this weird issue of A, search not working in Gmail, and B, you send something, it takes like 3 days for it to arrive.
Yes, it's ridiculous.
It's not good.
Sometimes
not good.
I upload a video to Google Photos, and I can see it in 3 minutes. And sometimes it doesn't come up till the next day.
Yeah.
It is unbelievable.
Yeah.
Anyway, the saga of the digging up the street, digging up the sidewalk, digging up in front of my door has ended. Oh, and putting down the blocks.
That wasn't even the start. Like, it was the start of it was getting into your basement, cutting up your door, tearing out your train set.
Yes,
I mean, it's been
pushing everything back. The first day we were going to build a chimney in my living room.
Yeah. So is it all done?
Well, let's put it this way. Everybody's left. There are still 19 posters on the walls about workmen have to wash their hands every 3 hours and spray all the doorknobs. And
this work site may give you cancer. Yeah, that sort of stuff.
Yes. We haven't switched to gas, but if you show that photo, you can see that Con Ed is done. They've taken away all those planks. See, they dug up the street. It's re-macadammed. They broke the sidewalk up all the way up to my door or up to where the basement pipes go through. And they've connected from the main gas line down the middle of the street to the main gas line going into this building. And at some point, someone has to come in. You know, my guess is they have to now wait for a building inspector to come in and bring a match so that he can light the pilot light or something.
Exactly. He's union and he's taking breaks at the moment, and he'll be there in a few days.
Someday. Hopefully before winter.
Wow. Yeah. Well, it's funny, that little patch, it looks so fancy compared to...
Yeah, you know what? It's just so funny. I wish I was here when they did it. I would have put my footprints in it or my hands in it like Grumman's Chinese Theater.
Yeah.
It would have been interesting.
Yeah, totally. Yeah. That would have been way cool.
Yeah, and speaking of technology, I had another go round with ABC. I did my spot again on Sunday, past Sunday, and I said to the woman, "This time am I going to see my B-roll?" And she said, "Well, how could that be?" And I said, "Well, 2 shows ago I saw it." And she said, "Do you have 2 Skype lines?" And I said, "No." She said, "Well, it's impossible."
Impossible, Dickie D.
Impossible.
She said, I'll talk to someone else. We do not have the technology. It doesn't exist.
So I'll talk to someone else. She came back and she said, we don't know how to do that. I said, well, I see the host. And she said, I don't know. So they pushed some buttons and something. And I said, oh, I see ABC. She said, okay, great. Do the spot. Except I was seeing ABC Hurricane Central. And that never went away. I thought when the spot started, I would see my host, Mona, but that just stayed up the entire time. Anyway.
They needed to hire a consultant, I feel like.
You.
I'll work on it.
Yeah, right.
Send me down to 30 Rock. I'll plug in some wires.
Well, that's NBC. You have to go to Lincoln Square. It's
Yeah, I
even
guess you're
closer to
right.
my house. But the funny thing is, I was talking to my executive producer. He said, in October, we might have you come to the studio for the demos. And I said, okay. And I said, but wait a minute. If I have to stand 6 feet away from Mona, how am I going to demo these things? And she said, he said, maybe you'll be in a different part of the studio and she'll be in one box and you'll be in another box. And I said, why don't I just stay home and do it by Skype?
Yeah.
So
I'd rather just call in instead of.
Yeah, it's easier. Trust me, it's easier.
I think there's a bunch of industries that are saying that right now. It's going, now that we figured out this whole working from home thing,
yes,
maybe we should just stick with it. Maybe we should,
I told you, Google announced like 2 months ago, no one will be going to a Google office at least until the end of June. So they're planning on half of next year.
They should just sell the buildings. I mean, come on, just get rid of them.
That did happen. Did you see that about someone who built they built a huge center, and they decided they paid a $75 million fine for breaking the contract, but they didn't. They decided,
use it.
Why are we going to move in here?
Oh my gosh! Yikes!
Yeah,
I mean, it makes sense. It's just. YouTubers have been doing it for years. You just work from home. You get a contractor to work from home.
I know. And the other weirdest thing I saw was Qantas. Do you know about this?
That's the airline, right?
Yes. They've started flights to nowhere, and the first one sold out in 15 minutes. Huh? And they are outrageously, it's a 7-hour flight that just comes back to the airport it leaves from. People
just want to be on a plane.
What?
With other people?
It goes sightseeing, okay? It goes and it looks at like bridges and falls. But the thing is, I think with the current crisis, I don't think they can serve food.
That makes no sense.
Oh, yeah, here it is.
The exact worst place to be would be on an airplane.
Yes. The 134 available seats sold out quickly at prices that range from that they translated into American dollars. The cheapest seats were $575, and the most expensive was $2,765. And it sold out almost instantly. And they're going to start doing more of them.
So if this is a sightseeing trip, how close do you think they get? Is this like a 747 going right past like the Sydney Harbor?
That's my guess. That's
the
my
opera.
guess.
It's like skimming the water as it goes past the opera house. That's crazy.
I don't know. People are crazy. Call us crazy. Well, people are crazy. They listen to us. Do we need more proof?
That's pretty dumb. That is amazing. I guess that's it for this. Nothing's happened with me.
Okay. Well, we're going to start with another virtual press event. Okay, another showstoppers. And I found out a lot about Cricut. I didn't know about Cricut. They make like 3-dimensional printers that can print. Well, actually, I asked the company that had a video, and they said, Dick, we have one with all 3 of our Cricut machines, but the first one is the brand new one. So, Chad, they sent me the video and it said to start it at 1.5 minutes in, and we'll learn about the newest thing called the Cricut Joy.
Okay, here it is.
Tell you my favorite element of each. Skip ahead if you just want information on one of the machines, or stay with me for the full ride.
Okay, the Cricut Joy.
Let's talk a bit more about Cricut Joy.
I was thinking it was going to be like Cricut Wireless.
Compact design was intentional. Its small size makes it easy to take with you wherever you want to create and put away when you're done. It's perfect for those that simply do not have room in their home or apartment. It's just so much smaller than our other machines. When you open the lid of Cricut Joy, you'll see a few key things. Number 1, there's only one housing. That's this little guy right here. The Cricut Explorer and the Cricut Maker both have 2 housings. The housing is where your blade and pen are inserted. To switch between blade and pen, simply unclamp the blade, remove it, and drop in your pen. The pen, which is smaller than your average Cricut pen, can be used to draw embellishments on projects, create labels, and so much more. When you're done drawing, remove the pen and drop the blade back in to cut your next project. Although small, Cricut Joy can cut more than 50 lightweight materials. Even better, it has the ability to cut with or without a mat. Other Cricut machines require you to stick the material you want to cut on a mat. With Cricut Joy, you can do this, or you can use smart materials. Smart materials have been designed with a special backer to replace the need for a mat. To cut, place your smart material or mat with material into the machine and it will auto load. The sensors inside the machine can even measure the material to make sure you have enough for your project. By eliminating the mat, you can cut one design up to 4 feet and repeated images up to 20 feet. Let me show you an example of what I mean.
This is kind of weird that this machine can do this.
This is a 4-foot image. If I unroll it to A, right there, that is 4 feet.
And so
Now,
normally this is like used for like vinyl,
this
like
piece,
cutting vinyl.
this is
Yeah, you know,
a
like if you had to
sticker.
make a sign for like when you sell stuff at a convention, if there's ever a convention again
Right.
in
Imagine
a
what you
lifetime.
can make without
Look at
It's so
that.
big.
To cut
20
other
feet long.
materials, there are 3 different mats to choose from. This 6-inch green mat comes with the machine so that you can bust through your scraps. And then there's 2 other 4x12 mats available in standard grip and light grip. Another revolutionary part of the Cricut Joy ecosystem is the insert card mat. If you haven't seen the card mat in action, the concept is pretty simple but amazing. Remove the plastic liner from the mat, take your insert card, and slide the back flap of the card under the top piece of the card mat and stick it in place. Make sure the card is all the way to the top of the mat, and then the machine will cut out your card design on the front of the card. We have created insert card kits that have the folded card, an insert, and an envelope, which all result in a finished card. No glue and no mess. There are over 300 and counting card designs ready to go in Design Space. All you have to do is pick the design you want, stick your card to your mat, and get cutting. Okay, that's it. Did we cover all of your questions about Cricut
Okay,
Joy?
we can go out there.
If not,
Wow. Holy moly. So once again, it's a little confusing to someone who hasn't seen this, is that device will take in paper, vinyl, whatever, and then there is either, like you saw, a marker or a blade, and it will precisely cut or mark exactly what you want from the software. And so that's how you get those really cool, like, you know, relief cards, or you could cut out perfect shapes and make your own, like, silhouette sticker, that sort of thing is what that's used for.
Now, I don't know if ScooterX says, oh boy, this is for scrapbooking. So I don't know if
Right.
he does scrapbooking. So this company makes 17 machines, like huge. This one is $179.99. But then the bigger machines, this one can take anything up to 5.5 inches wide. The bigger machines take product that's a foot wide. But this machine can print 20 feet, whereas the other machines can just print something 2 feet long.
Nice. That's crazy.
It is pretty interesting. And I think the other machines hold both the pen and the blade at the same time. And this one you swap out. But I had no idea that this market even existed.
Right. Right. Like, if you're not really in the sticker, card, vinyl, print, long thing market, like, craft,
Yes,
this is the ultimate craft tool, basically.
Yes, and something fascinating. I think they use the bigger machines. People have made almost 2 million COVID-19 masks.
Oh, I'm sure.
Because the bigger machines can take fabric.
Oh, wow.
And to help along, Circuit has donated several machines and a lot of material. So we applaud them for doing that. That was a great thing.
Oh, I bet you could. This would be a great way to make what is it called? Oh man,
Swag. You could do
swag. Exactly. Merch. No,
you could make your own cups and things.
Totally. Oh, totally. Yeah, you could. What is that? Screen printing. I wonder if you could do this as like a screen printing sort of thing.
On the bigger machines? You mean
right. It's like, because those screen printers, you basically need, have some that the ink can flow through, and then a thing that it won't flow through. I wonder if this could
I don't know. Nancy said the flower shop I worked at used one of these to make all kinds of things.
Yeah. That's so cool.
Yeah, pretty neat.
Seems like
Cricket Joy.
Merchandise maker. Easy. Cricket Joy.
Perfect. Okay, so the next one, I explained it on the video. Let's take a peek. We haven't done this in over a year, but I got this ad. The iTech Deals Surprise Box of Tech. Okay? Not $99.99, but just $19.99. Okay, and look what you get. What you could get? Beats headphones over the ear, Beats earbuds, a digital watch, some Bluetooth speakers, a 4-in-1 phone charger. Oh my gosh. Ta-da! Not quite the box of tech like that. The stuff is not zooming out the top. So let's see what we got. And maybe we'll ask Chad if he can sort of find it on Amazon so we can add up what we got. Okay. I sent you most of the links, and we can add it up at the end.
Yeah, the chat can help too.
Oh, the chat can help too.
Well, that box has got to be at least 50 cents.
Not only is it not flowing out of the top. Look at this. Holy cow. I am disappointed already. All right. LED wireless nightlight. Yeah, you know what? I need that really bad. Wait a second. Hang on. I need that very bad because I have the nightlight wall switch 2-pack. All right, so
we've covered this,
and I assume there's we did. Oh, it's the same. It's the exact same thing, or pretty much the same thing. All right, that's probably $5. Free reign in-ear Bluetooth. Nothing there.
You can get that at Five Below.
I'll tell you, this is easy. Yes, you can. HDMI cable.
An HDMI? Everybody needs a midnight blue HDMI cable.
Caseable wireless charger. I doubt if this is one of those nice 10-watt jobs. All right. Disappointed there. You know what? We're almost at this. That's it.
You got the corn in the cob.
Cord wraps. Oh, are you kidding me? Is that the worst looking idea? Cord wraps.
No, but literally no one has ever used that.
No.
Ever.
Oh, these are good. Wow.
They had some leftover leather
from this is. Yes.
Something else, and they decided
someone with a cricket machine had a piece of vinyl left. Oh, it's not even cord wraps, and there's only one of them.
Oh, you can switch it upside down.
And you
thought you were getting two.
That you can do. I thought they were going. Well, actually, it's just a cord wrap.
Oh,
but it's really how stupid. Oh wait, I'm sorry.
Oh, you did get another. I thought you only got one, and it was switched upside down.
That's what I thought there was one. All right, and then that's it.
That's it.
Oh, this. Tangle-free audio cord. Scotch. Oh, Scotch used to be a big name. Oh, look at this.
Keyword used to be.
I don't know. Oh, it's flat cable. That's okay. Boy, I am underthrilled. Anyway, all right. Let's see. If I was doing stocking stuff, is this the only thing I would? I guess I could give these two things as stocking stuff. So maybe that. All right, maybe. All right, maybe I just hit about $20 with this. That's it. iTech Deals. What was it called? It's iTechDeals.com, and this is the iTech Deals surprise box of tech. Well, we were surprised, but not the way we expected. A level below expectations.
You weren't overwhelmed. You weren't underwhelmed. You were just whelmed.
The light switch I found for $3.25.
Mm-hmm. Here's a 12-pack of them. This is probably what they did.
Yeah, that's what I looked at. You get 12.
Oh yeah, this is the exact packaging. Oh my god.
Yes, absolutely,
Oh my
absolutely.
gosh.
But go to eBay. I sent you the link to eBay. This is very annoying. Fast charging. Okay. Now go down to the photos, and one of the photos. I'll just go back up again.
Yeah, up here. All right.
I think it's at the click along. There's one that shows the back of one of these. You click the forward, the arrow that goes to more pictures.
I see.
Yeah.
Okay.
There it is. Super fast charging. 1 volt. 1 volt.
Yeah, they didn't want to get sued for anything, catching fire. So
Yeah. Oh, and that was a big $8.
Here's this thing. I'm surprised you found this exact thing.
Did you see what the price is? 3 boxes of them for $2.84.
$1.
3 packages. Yeah, $1.
Box. Oh my gosh.
So, and the flat cable is $630. The only thing I think we're missing is the headphones, the free reign.
But I have 100% seen those at $5 below. So even full retail price is is below $5.
I mean, the thing is, if you bought them individually, it might come to like $25. But I don't want any. It's really.
If you didn't need an HDMI cable, you're kind of out of luck.
Yeah. So we let a year go by. Probably more. I should have looked it up. But probably more than a year. It might be 2 years. But they're still selling crap for crap.
There
ain't
too funny.
Goodies in that box of high-tech stuff. All right, moving on to an energy-saving power strip. Let's take a peek. All right, we're at the Disneyland lab. You know the lab. We have a screwdriver. We have a pliers. We have a battery tester. It's state of the art. Okay. So I don't have a smart house. I have an apartment. It's not a smart apartment. It's really a low IQ apartment. Okay. So I don't have a thing.
They graduated high school.
Alex A shut off the printer in the 3rd bedroom. I just don't. Anyway, all right, so for some reason, I have a DVD player. Not for some reason. I have a DVD player to play DVDs. I don't stream everything. But every time I go by, it's on. And I don't know why it's on because I don't turn it on. So obviously, some remote control I use turns it on, but doesn't turn it off again. And then I thought, remember when phantom power was a big thing? Ooh, phantom power. And they made light strips, power strips, that you plug the master plug in, and when you shut that, it shut everything else off, okay? I went online, and holy cow, Woods still makes them, a lot of them actually. I have a lot of stuff from Woods, and this one's protected by 2,700 joules. So if there's a power surge, you're supposed to be able to, I guess, run through hoops and get up to $100,000. Actually, I just the box is 150,000.
First of all, let's plug this in. I have a power strip under here, and I'll plug it into that. And then we'll take it from there. Okay.
Oh, I should get a lab coat pack NW. I should have a lab coat.
So, all right, good. So this tells us that its protection is on, and the one I plugged it in is grounded. All right. So now, all right. So these two are not control. Oh, look at this. Oh, these are like protectors, so that when you're not using them, you can keep dirt out or kids from sticking things in it. All right, so the unprotected outlets are things you want to remain on. As long as this strip is on, they'll be on. Master outlet. Ta-da! In the master outlet, let's plug the all-important disco lamp. Okay, that's running this, the master outlet. Now, energy saving controlled outlets. All right, so let's put something in here. Now, what isn't that light?
The disco will
Oh,
save
is this
us.
not working? Hang on, let me turn this one. This is ridiculous. Master outlet. What is going on? Let's plug something else in more. Maybe, you know what? It might be too bright in here for the night lights to go on.
Although I put tape
we
over the
have one
little
of these.
sensor.
This is
But that
ridiculous.
red light, that red light should have
Nothing
gone
is going on. So, master outlet.
Claim it broke. Get your
And
money.
these are the other.
150K, right?
Idea.
Yeah, that's right.
That was an
150K.
expensive nightlight.
Let's see if we have to start with everything off. Well, nothing is on that we can see go off. So I think this is a loser.
Only the master one works. Well, it's really going to save you energy.
No. That should come on because that's in a full run. All right, so I guess this is dead out of the box. All right, let's take a look.
Actually, the box looked a little torn up anyway. Maybe someone sent it back.
$14 or 53 cents an ounce. Well, that's very cheap. And I can see why it got 3 stars out of 5, because for me, it just doesn't work. I guess I'm just going to return it. So do not buy the Woods. This should be non-energy. Oh, you know what? It's energy saving because it doesn't let anything turn on. I think that's
Great
what it
minds
is.
think alike.
Oh my gosh, what was I thinking? It's saving a ton of energy. If it worked, all of these things would be on. Thank you, Woods.
The only thing that I've seen in the chat room that
Go
might
ahead.
help is that someone mentioned maybe the disco light doesn't suck up enough juice. Possibly the LED lights are so efficient, you need to hook like up a washing machine to that thing, a dryer, and see if that'll kick it on.
Oh, maybe.
That's the only thing I saw in the chat that might
Yeah.
help. So
And-
just to make
and-
sure my head is wrapped around this, when the master thing is turned on, it'll turn everything else in the power saving area of the strip off, right? Or on also. When that one's turned on,
no,
it'll turn that on.
It'll give them power, but if
I
you
see.
have them off, they'll stay off.
I see.
But if they're on, and they were very big when computers started up, and you had your printer and disk drives were separate.
And you had your subwoofer off to the side.
Yes, exactly.
Right.
And so
and your CD drive needed a separate plug. Yeah.
Exactly. So you plugged in the main computer into the master thing, and then it shut everything off.
I see.
And even the next morning, I thought, you know what, maybe because it was plugged into a power strip. So I took it into the back apartment and plugged it in without a power strip. And I had the same problem. Anyway, there's only 3 reviews. I should have been shocked. I should have not even ordered. Also, it's 3 reviews, and it's got one reviewer gave it 5 stars, and one reviewer gave it 0 stars. So don't we need another opinion in there if 3 people reviewed it? Anyway, but you see, the second guy said, comes with no user manual, nothing online, protected outlet's supposed to work. It doesn't detect anything. There's only one switch. So presumably the outlet's supposed to work. They don't. So he's having the same piece of useless garbage. Oh, but look at what I searched around for other reviews. And if you go to PC Connect, you can buy it for $50.
$50. What? How much is it over here? 12.
Yeah, it was $14 when we recorded that. But here, it's the same thing.
Oh my gosh. No, thank you.
$50.
Nope. The only thing I could think of that might help you out is, I think Wise. Remember Wise Cam?
Yeah.
They make a smart plug thingy that's just a little box, and that you could set up to your phone. Now you have to pull out your phone and hit it whenever you want to do it. It's this little plug here, and you get 2 of them. So it's what is that, $15? So $7.50 for each.
Wow, they've come down a lot in price.
Yeah, isn't that nice? And this button on the side, I think if you just reach down, you can click the button. So, and they're sized so a normal plug, you can stack them on top of each other.
Oh, that's good. Actually, I have one of these, a different company, down on the boat at Christmas, and I can turn the Christmas lights on and off.
I think iHome did a lot for.
Yes,
a long time.
I think mine might have come from iHome.
So anyway, that might be another option for you. Although you do kind of have to pull out your phone and turn it on and off. So there's another option.
Anyway, I think I'm just going to live with the DVD player being on. How much power can it use?
There you go. With that, it is time to move into.
You don't need it, but you might want it at Chad's Crappy Corner. Get it.
Get it. So one second, I'm going to leave it on there because I want to surprise you. I'm taking it out of the box.
Okay.
So we can do almost like a what the heck is it? And this is the gadget. What is it going to turn into is the question, okay?
Oh, I know.
Oh, you know already.
No, I don't. I'm going to say it's a Bluetooth speaker.
Okay. Chat room. And if you know it, I guess you can say it. Maybe you've seen it around. But obviously it is a VW bus.
Yeah, it's nice. It's nicely detailed, actually.
Yeah. And every side, like you can kind of see, there's no like panels or anything.
No.
Anybody? A stapler, a flashlight, toenail clipper, a VCR
Bug
rewinder, bug zapper. Okay.
Oh, someone said a record player.
Interesting. Okay, well, let's watch the video and find out what it is.
This is
Hey,
exciting.
Dickie, so here we are with another crappy corner. This one may not be super crappy. It is really, really interesting. This month's theme is gadgets that look like one thing but do another. So this is the gadget. Obviously, it looks like a miniature VW bus or van. So this is actually a record player. That is right.
Oh, someone got it.
Yeah. A record player. This is my normal record player sitting over here. The felt, I took the felt off so that this is just sitting on the felt that's normally on the turntable just to keep this record safe. So how does this become a record player? Well, at the bottom is the needle for the record player, and at the top is the speaker for the record player. So it requires 2 AAA batteries, and you just take the on switch, flip it to low, and you can see the LED turns on. There's a volume knob right here, and there's even a pitch changer down here. We're gonna leave the pitch changer where it is. This needs to be unlocked, and it'll swivel just like loose, very loose. So we're going to set it up at the top here, and we're going to set it here on the record. You should obviously be very careful. Now, one interesting thing is that the needle is actually facing forward, but that is how this works. It doesn't drive backwards, it drives forward, and as we set this on the record, then it will play the music. Now, this is Minecraft music, so it sounds a little weird. I've listened to this, before this actual music in Minecraft, and this does sound very, very distorted, like very distorted for what it is. But there's some really interesting technology going on inside of here, because as the needle turns, the rate at which the bus needs to go changes because it's going into the music disc here. This works only on 33 1/3 RPM records, so it won't work on anything other than that. And everything is really just built in. So I'm gonna let it wind down here to show you that it does have an automatic stop. As it gets to the very end of the record, it should stop. There we go. So there it goes.
Wow.
Stop there. The bottom is interesting. These wheels don't actually touch the record. These wheels here and this wheel up here is what is actually playing on the record. And that's really it for the record runner. This is the box. I had previously opened it. And it is not cheap. I'll show you the price when we get out of the video, but it is a very, very cool gadget.
$40. I'm going to guess $40.
More. And I actually I found a price after recording that seemed cheaper than what I remember searching. So this was a gift from a friend. Nilba gave this to me, and so when I got it, I was like, wow, that's the coolest thing. I looked it up, and I remember back then I was like, really shocked by the price, but I found a cheaper price. So we'll see where you land. $33, $70. It's actually more than $70.
Oh my gosh!
More than $70. It is $80. $80 is the cheapest that I was able to find it. So here it is. But I remember looking for this earlier, and it was a lot more. So look at this, $140.
Ow.
Look at that. Now that isn't that was just a model. That's not.
That's a Bluetooth speaker.
Yeah.
Right. Okay.
So I was looking around and I was thinking, gosh, I hope that she bought it like cheap. I hope she found a good deal. Here it is for $80 again. But I think it's just super fun. Like, it's so interesting to me that once it gets down, it's spinning like super fast.
It's a lot of engineering in it.
Tons of engineering. In fact, there was a video that I watched about this, and it really dived in to how this actually worked. Let me see if I think this is it. And this guy just like went into all, was it him? No, it wasn't them. Somebody really covered like all the technical reasons that this thing was just awesome. I mean, it was like incredible. I think this is it. Yes, this is it. So this guy like goes into like crazy detail
Pushed into the groove, which
about everything.
to a normal record player where a stylus would get dragged along a groove. The stylus has to be at the front of the vehicle though. You couldn't put it the other way around because if you did, the device would just drive off. It needs that stylus at the front, so it...
Anyway, so he takes a look at it from an engineer's point of view, and he even opens it up and shows like this mechanism that slides light through a thing that like detects the amount of light to change how fast it's moving. Like it's just like incredible technology built into it. So you can kind of see this light reflector thing that's cutting off light to a sensor. Anyway, I just thought it was super awesome, super fun, and really cool. And it was funny, I wasn't even thinking of this gadget when I came up with the theme, but then I saw it sitting there and I was like, this is perfect.
Oh,
this is a perfect gadget. So there we go. The record runner. With that, let's move on to Dick's Gadget Warehouse.
They're geeky and they're goofy, together they are loopy. When gadgets pass away, he takes them out to play in Dick's Gadget Warehouse.
Okay, our email. Hi, Dick and Chad. I love the show. Been watching it for probably 10 years or more, way back in the Leo days. Anyway, I wanted to share the video link below. And here is, it's Mark Frost. And this is Mark's video.
Hi, Dick and Chad. This is Mark Frost from Indiana. And I just wanted to show you my gadget. It's a exhaust fan timer. I guess it could be used for a light, but I'm using it for an exhaust fan in my bathroom so that the bathroom exhaust fan doesn't get left on forever.
That's what happens with me.
It just automatically turns it off after the set amount of time. I really thought it was pretty cool. So if you hit it there, it's going to run for 10 minutes and then shut off by itself. So it just makes it more convenient, and that way fans aren't left on all the time. And of course, you can always just turn it off manually. The only thing that I didn't care about it was that these little lights are kind of bright, and at night
bright.
It might be just a little bit too much light. But besides that, it's a great gadget, and it's been working great. I wanted to show it to you loose as well. I'm going to put another one in my other bathroom that has a shower in it. I think it's particularly good for showers because after you get out of the shower, you want that humidity to be pulled out of that room so you don't have any problems build up, and it's good for that. So anyway, just want to share that with you. Love the show. Take care. Bye.
That is awesome.
It's neat. And Mark said he paid about $20 for it on Amazon. He sent me a link, but I couldn't get the link to work. But I think if you just put in timer AC adapter, it should come up. And Mark said he tried to get his dog in the video, but his dog wouldn't cooperate. And I said, well, send me a picture of your dog. Oh, my God, what a great-looking dog.
Adorable.
What a cutie.
Enhanced dogness. There we go. No, it's perfect.
Oh, wow. And Mark, I separated your letter, so I forgot to write down your doggy's name. But anyway, Mark's dog, come here. Come here, Mark's dog.
Wow, it's responding.
Mark said,
It's
thank
coming.
you. That was great.
That is awesome. I feel like I need one of those. There was I think one of the only gadget fails we've had on the show was I bought an automatic moisture sensor that kind of did what was going on there, where if there was moisture in the air, it would turn on the fan. And I could not figure out how to install that, and I was all out of backups. So it was a Giz Wiz fail. We never actually ended up showing the product working. But that
okay.
would work. That looked great. That looked really good. So thank you, Mark.
Excellent. Yeah.
With that, let's move
okay,
on.
so Mark, you'll get a Mad magazine. And if you we need more videos, I think we have one more video waiting, especially from new people. We would love to get a video from you. It's anything about a gadget, okay? A gadget that you installed years ago, a gadget you put in yesterday. We especially love gadgets from the attic or the basement. It's kind of fun to look back and think, God, 20 years ago we thought, wasn't that amazing? And now it's such a joke. So make a little video, 1, 2, or 3 minutes, or any time in between there. Make sure we can see the object and hear your voice the way Mark did, horizontal format. Put it up on YouTube. Click unlisted when you upload it and send us the URL. mail@gizwiz.tv, mail@gizwiz.tv. And like I said, we show about 98% of everything we get here. So get one in, mail@gizwiz.tv.
Send it in. Now let's head to the letter.
Become the letters, your lovely letters. Become the Giz Wiz letters now.
All right, people are fascinated with all our flashlights that we show. We have 2 flashlight emails. Jason Petticord writes, I had a laugh when I saw the box of 4 flashlights. Several months ago, I found out that the guards at work have to buy batteries for their flashlights. And the ones who work at night go through several sets every few days. I got them all little flashlights that came in the 4-pack. The side task light makes it easier for them to check trailer temperature, fuel levels when making the rounds. Pocket clip lets them clip it on the clipboard so they're easy to use. The 2 guys that work nights are not going through batteries anymore every few days. I haul dairy products, and guards are required to check the trailers on a regular basis so a load is not lost from a malfunctioning reefer unit, a reefer refrigerating unit. So another use of those flashlights. And Marshall emailed me about some other tiny flashlights, and I wrote back and I said, Marshall, they don't have the task light on the side. That's the advantage of those. And he emailed back, and he said, Dick, I got the deal you did from Deal of the Day for $3.49 each. I bought 6 of them because I have 6 grandchildren. Thanks. Stay safe, Marshall. So people like flashlights. Also, it's fun when you find a really fun gadget and it's like $3.50.
Right, exactly.
You know, it's sort of like, wow.
It's the right price.
It's the right price and it works.
So I've had a small issue with mine, I think it's a personal problem, which is I haven't been able to find the right power to USB adapter. The small one that comes with an iPhone. I tried that one and the flashlight would blink like it was charging, and then it would go solid red like it had been charged. But then it really wouldn't hold a charge. And this is one of them that won't do that. Now, I've used, if I use another battery, then that will charge it just fine. But I couldn't tell for a few days if it was a device issue. So it'll turn on for a little while. It's much weaker than another one, so you can see this one has been powered and this one isn't, and then this one is blinking red already. You can see the red blinking on the back, so it'll power off in a few moments because it doesn't seem charged. But this one,
and you didn't use the little one that came with it.
So the USB cable was fine. There wasn't a power plug to USB in my box. It was just the cable. And so I've been using the cable.
There isn't in any of the boxes.
Right. So I was using just an Apple one and it wasn't working. And then I switched to a different one and it wasn't working. And then I switched to a battery pack and that worked. So not sure I'm still gonna keep experimenting. Maybe this one device is broken.
It's possible.
So we'll find out. I'm gonna keep on experimenting with my flashlights. But I've taken them on dog walks, and it's been fantastic. I just love this mechanism of like being able to zoom in on, general walking, and then what is that? So I do that quite a lot. So yeah, love them. Great gadget.
Perfect. And if you missed it, it's probably last week's show, and the links to get them are all there.
Love it.
Chad, date change.
Correct. Okay, two announcements before you shut off the show, because we're coming to the end of the show. First is that next week, 2 weekends.
And the next week's normal Thursday.
Next week is normal. The week after that will not be normal. It'll just be a day delayed. So normally we record on Thursday. It'll be recorded on Friday. I have a meeting that I have to be a part of, so that's at the same time. So that'll just be on Friday, not next week, but the week after. And then also a reminder, I mentioned this 2 episodes ago at the beginning of the episode, but I want to remind you guys, we accidentally did not charge anybody for the month of August. We're in September now, and we're charging everybody on Patreon accordingly. So at the end of this month, you're going to get double charged. So just be aware of that. Plan accordingly. Do whatever you guys have to do.
Because there'll be no charges for 1 month for them already.
Right. Because there was no charges on Patreon support for Patreon supporters last month. It's the same. So basically, we just didn't publish the episodes to the Patreon page to charge for them. So they've all been published. They were published like 2 hours late. And so they ran into this month. So they've already been published. You're already going to get charged for them. So just be aware that, and double check us. Last month you didn't get charged. This month you'll get charged for last month and this month. So be aware. And with that, hey, thank you to our patrons. You guys put up with a lot with our shenanigans. Thank you so much for putting up with us and watching the show and supporting. You guys are incredible. Thank you. How it works is every time we upload an episode, you guys support just a little bit, and we're just seriously asking for just a little bit. You guys are rock stars. You're absolutely amazing. So thank you so much for your support. If you want to support the Giz Wiz, head on over to gizwiz.tv, click on the Patreon tab. There's a big banner that you can click that'll take you to Patreon. If you don't want to support via Patreon, there's also a PayPal link right underneath that banner. Thank you so much once again for your support. Speaking of gizwiz.tv, that's where you can watch the show live every Thursday, except for 2 weeks from now. And if we ever have a schedule change, it'll be at the top of the website. You can see this right here. Date change, Friday, October 2nd. So be aware of that. And whenever we're live, it'll just take over the main website so you can join. Also join the chat room right below the live stream. And if we're not live, that'll be the latest episode. If you want more episodes, just keep scrolling down or click the episodes tab at the top. These episodes have all of our show notes in them. And if you want to find out even more, you can head on over to gizwiz.biz or gizwiz.me for the mobile version of the site. And I'll head on over there right now because we can play What the Heck Is It? This is the game show online that Dickie D runs, all about gadgets. So let's check out the latest gadget. Here it is. And this is the whole gadget, and nothing but the gadget. And this is obvious to me that a few years ago, there was a fad of Diet Coke and Mentos. This was a Mentos holder to drop it directly into that 2 liter of Diet Coke, just in case you're worried about getting your fingers covered in Diet Coke. If you think you know what this is, get a guessing over at gizwiz.biz. There are 6 Mad magazines if you do know what this gadget is, and 12 Mad magazines for funny, clever, hilarious, and interesting answers. So get a guessing. over at gizwiz.biz. Also, don't forget, you can subscribe to the show, iTunes, we got RSS feeds up on the website, and you can also subscribe on YouTube.
And
so you never miss an
soon,
episode.
Amazon is adding podcasts to their music division, and we're there.
Perfect.
We're there.
Check us out. Keep watching, y'all. Thank you so much for watching this episode of the Giz Wiz. We'll see you next week.
I'll be here.